issue. And it's not just Afenyo Markins. We're going to talk about the NPP as a political party. Now, Vertina started, you know. Vertino, minyesho si yewie, and so after Okuja to Blakwa Vertino, it is looking like say Afenyo Markins has been on a self-cleansing spree. That's how I want to call it, self-cleansing spree, and that is like of radio to radio, TV to TV, and he's trying to clean himself. Wona overti nipano Okuja to Blakwa na ye Vertino no. He is not out there cleaning himself. He was the one put on the spotlight. He was the one who was supposed to answer questions. Ayade Okuja to Blakwa you busa the questions, you know. Ono is not out there trying to clean himself, because at the end of the day, ono ni answers and a nipa person omote so kanokra na so kanokre. Nipa na obusa question no. Oni moma sorry anopa. Ena ofri radio wako GBC. Wako TV3. Wako GH1, wako Multi TV, wako Joy News. Oninam wako baby and the question is, sa Afenyo Markins onye boni bia adentina se sia na Afenyo Markins sorry I so abodam. Owura no defending ho. Owura no defending ho. No owura no defending ho. No owura. Why is it so worried say? So asama Okuja to Blakwa kan say oye nipa bia we wia efutufo ne winibafo asase a ye dia man for 99 years no say enya no kra. Why is he so worried? He has said so many things. Now there's something I want to say. Afenyo Markins oye the leader of NPP in parliament no maka somewhere meka biom. The NPP can never add even one seat to their seats. The minority leader. Because from the day Afenyo Markins the micro piglet minority leader, the party itself in parliament, they have not achieved anything. Now, the level of arrogance, disrespect for the people now, and the party itself, the structures, the way Afenyo Markins has made everything about himself, and then the party itself, and to me, a direction it's going. Because I wish NPP as a political party, right now, some say, direction is saying what is the direction of the party. They can't tell you. Chairman now or you mum, General Secretary now a Pentium 2. And Afenyo Markins about them. Now the most dangerous thing about these people, no, the omu say, every single day, Omoma Ghana for get to know say they made the best decision voting against the NPP, and Afenyo Markins is actually proving it to Ghanaians. It's one who say even when polls come out after the elections, the NPP is still dwindling. The NPP is still shrinking. The NPP popularity is going down. They are not making any move to even buy a little bit of sympathy from the voter. And the reason is that the party as NPP, they don't have leadership, whether in parliament or even at the party headquarters. But the funny thing is, they have realized it. But because you are not intelligent enough to understand, say, the voter, the Ghanaian voter, will change it until 1992 voter. They are failing to admit and understand, say, they are dealing with delicate, complex voters who don't basically vote based on tribe or their affiliation to individuals, but they vote based on actions of politicians. Yes. Majority of Ghanaians in 2024 voted based on the actions of politicians. And when I say the actions of politicians, the people, when they vote for you in the olden days or some years back, they saw politicians as their bosses. Now, because of technology and how social media has been able to change or educate or inform Ghanaians, for them to understand how politics work. No, now the voter in Ghana is demanding and expecting more from a politician. Now, what the voter is expecting from a politician is for the politician to show the voter that they respect their level of intelligence. It is a Ghana ni at Ghana. Na se ontumi ntwa indi in a day. First, now auto milk ebia 2 cedis, then the auto milk 7 cedis. And now first, now auto petrol, this amount of money, a low. Now and the auto this amount. Now be generally nimika chire ne say, ono na okojom koto moko 10 cedis for 3 no. Enya no kra, you make the Ghanaians start to believe, you say you don't respect their intelligence. And that is what the NPP as a political party right now are lacking, because they don't have intelligent people to understand. They said the party needs to sit and try to understand the voter. At the you will see Afenyo Markins backing, screaming. And then he gets some political dogs. Some of them are new MPs who are basically Zenkramine, and they please his ego. But you see, the more he does that, the party becomes less and less attractive to the people. And Intina also recently, some polls were put out there, and John Dramani Mahama's first 3 months or first 1 month is around 84%. You know why? It is because of the actions and how John Mahama is managing his government. Now you can see clearly that this government is showing that the people are their bosses. They are giving them that respect. It is reciprocal. Into this a Ghana for right now, no. Edding. Omanukura edu. Say Omobeka Setia president. You know why? It is because of the way the president and the government are conducting themselves when it comes to relating or trying to let the people understand that Omunjibiye. But the NPP at the other side, no. Even though they know that actions they do mubedruha, their foolishness, their arrogance, the corruption which they think say we don't know, no, they know all these things got them here. So you would expect to say around this time, this is the time the party will be having a sober reflection on how they can repackage themselves to the Ghanaian to let them understand, say, we actually hurt you people. We disrespected you. We made you people look like slaves. This is a party that we are going to go into opposition for 20 years to reflect. But now you can still see, say, they still feel, say, Jimmy. Into NPP minority, the piglet minority, 88 penal. Every time Ghanaians want to move forward, they think, say, their resistance will make Ghanaians feel, say, they are working for them. The Ghanaian voter does not need resistance. The Ghanaian voter need a politician who will show that voter that they are willing to help them live a better life. The more you resist, try to show some resistance when the Ghanaian wants things done right, then you become the enemy of the intelligent voter. Or who say, Sabaibia na and the menoka say, Oko senior high school, so garden na and Korani DMO papa. Yanti se teacher dibia ka say na shorty. Na so you say you can resist that by putting lies in the system. Obama vote and the because they saw the past and they are seeing the present. I am not supposed to be doing this for the NPP. I have to do it because party no more Jimmy. I have to do it because Afenyo Markins is dragging this party down. Every single day they lose about 10 votes every day. You see, we need to get some things right. Now, coming to end the issue, and it's got to do with how Afenyo Markins has destroyed the NPP as a piglet minority in parliament. I am not supposed to be the one going out there to clean myself. Unless he said something that at the end of the day is true. I need to find a way to let the people know, say, the continuous defending of Afenyo Markins and so defending home, bear 2 days, it should clearly tell you, say, Afenyo Markins 1 is a liar. Afenyo Markins 2, the party now or team now Jimmy. Afenyo Markins 3 wants the people to think say so everything is about him. But no, you see etina pra asiede de a belt. Now look at this. When you get a piglet micro minority leader make such a statement, Abra, nothing so far from him. Actually say the opposition they are, no, they can change anything. Then it means there's a problem with the minority. Afenyo Markins say NDC wild dogs create impression that they are powerful than the chairman. Who are the wild dogs? Who are the wild dogs? It could be your colleagues on the panel. It could be your colleagues who are not on the panel. It could be people who basically you, because they are not your party member, you see them as NDC. So technically, they are dogs to you. This is Afenyo Markins. This is the minority. The dirty Kasongo. I know Oseche Mensah is a criminal. You've proven it so many times. But when Jimmy Kurano and Kasa same way. Joe Wise or your crown for where Jimmy Kurano, he will not speak this way. You know why? Because they are looking at the collective good of the party. They are looking at the impression they'll put out there, because politics is all about impression. Impression becomes reality in politics. And internet so be a statistic or say we deal politics more. You need to quickly stop it, because impression and no any friend politics, you know. Impression now you create my say Ekufuor the Nyansa and then the president. Impression and then a friend politics. So politics is impression. The moment the impression is wrong, the moment you get the impression wrong, everything that you do will be wrong. Including, as we speak today, 90% of Ghana for Omoto Obama NDC, no, they are happy and confident and they are willing to vote for NDC again because they are not seeing any intelligent leader in the NPP. NPP for Omamba Bontine are so-called NPP for grassroots Omamba Bontine Metuabano. Nothing is moving them that in the next 4 years they have to go out there and vote for the NPP, because the impression Afenyo Markins is creating, no, clearly shows say the party, one, they don't have an intelligent person leading them, and two, they are not ready to submit themselves and let the people know say they have offended them. Because if your chairman who basically is in opposition, or your leader who is in opposition telling Ghanaians to say they are dogs, because the moment you say this, NDC wild dogs, every single person who voted for John Mahama, you see that person saw a wild dog. You are speaking for the NPP. Afenyo Markins, when you speak for the NPP. In this all say the NDC wild dogs are. There are some people who voted for the NDC who are not NDC. But the moment they voted for NDC, or because they voted for NDC, you class them or group them in, put them in that basket as NDC for. So even the middle class or the so-called floating voter will see you say, so because people have an issue with your attitude, we are all dogs, then you don't expect those people to go back to the ballot and vote for a party. And it's every single day, the party as NPP, they lose 10 votes every day. Yansheya 4 years Nembrano, this Kasongo would take NPP to a position they will not have 10 seats in parliament. I'm being real. I am being realistic, and I know they don't want to tell themselves this. They know the truth. They say it. The regional chairmen are telling each other. They don't know what is going on, because this Kasongo has made everything about him. Into anyone ana obia otoaba in election 2020 otoaba na ma NDC bia no 2024 no, the NPP say led by Omoma minority leader Afenyo Markins say, you people are dogs. This is where we are, a party in opposition. This is the same person who has failed to take responsibility from taking a party, or taking a party that had 137 seats in parliament. Where Obaye majority leader or NPP number 137 seats. 137. Actually, we are quite siano because I win Sandy winning. he takes you from 137 to 88. This Kasongo came to lead your party. 137 MPs. Owie no na aka 88. You are still rallying around the Kasongo. You are making a big mistake. But I want to talk about something. Afenyo Markins has adopted a strategy here. And the strategy is that he wants to lie about everything. He wants to destroy everybody's integrity and credibility because he feels to say that is the best way he can be relevant. In the West study, anytime he speaks, he does not mention names. He has a lot of allegations and speculations, insinuations. He always feels like we must say, not group ways to say. The reason why he's doing that is because he wants to incite the little foolish NPP for to think say he's working. But so study since John Mahama about power, NDC for started show munyamano. The NPP as an opposition has not actually contributed anything meaningful. Nothing. They have not shown anything through their leadership. Say they can be a minority that is intelligent enough. Yet this Kasongo led a group of foolish men and women, a vetting committee to destroy a public property. I'll come to the matter, but I want to build something. So we share video here. That is why I have a problem with the committee. The committee, they need to dig deep. So what study vetting now? Every time Afenyo Markins was not present, those NPP MPs, they behaved. And I say, if you won't follow vetting, no. Anytime I say the party is being destroyed by this Kasongo, Afenyo Markins. Every time we are omobeye vetting na Afenyo Ntiwono, the NPP group na they behave themselves. Even the day na in Tokwani Sieno, they were reluctant. They did not want to react. They were all arguing, talking, fine. But it was when Afenyo Markins hit the table, that is what ignited the pigs behind him. Not done prayer, and it's a wager, Jerry, no, Jimmy, no, for them to start tearing the tables apart. Maybe I won't take your time. Anytime Mama say, Speaker of Parliament did not call Kasongo to tell Kasongo Markins that he needs to leave Parliament because time as our confusion is starting. You know, when you take your time very well, the people, the pigs that no in channel, not done prayer, and it's a wager fool, no. They wanted to react. They didn't know how to do it because they were scared. They needed a leader, somebody who was higher than them in position to start. So until Afenyo Markins didn't support table, no, that is when the chaos started. Or didn't support table, and those pigs started doing what they did. Because before that, tempers were high, people were arguing, heckling each other and all that, but nobody had tried to destroy public property. None of them had tried because they knew, say, that was extreme and that is not honorable. But Afenyo Markins knew that, say, on my signal now, that is what his pigs would do. In the video, no. So when you watch the video now, it was Afenyo Markins who started it on in the boat table, no, so first, and the other ones. Into say committee needs now the investigations. No, Afenyo Markins should be held. He needs to be held. Because on no static chaos, no. Nothing happening. No. It will not happen. We are not going here. We are not going It will never happen. It will never happen. Never leave.
call them. Oh, come on.
So you see, in a noise, who said committee chairman did not react, not to all. He did not say anything. Some of one wanted to do something, but they were scared. It was Afenyo Markins who started it and started inciting them. Because you see, as much as they were waiting on the signal Afenyo Markins be and sana itikasongo and na ojina on incite yomo. So I was shocked to say Speaker Carr said Afenyo Markins is not part of it. Look at the other chairman sitting there. Kasongo was misbehaving, fooling himself, hitting the table. When Emma Nima Kumone Kwasia from counter statutory table, no. And Madam Patricia Apiej, she was the one supporting Afenyo Markins to do that nonsense. That woman, what's not parliament, and they were the ones telling Afenyo Markins, say, on your son on destructive process, no. Some Madam Apiej, no, or one devilish woman or non parliamentar, yan can ask them. Identity already watina parliament ache. So some kwase some na uhu ye no eye Kasongo Afenyo Markins on ne started sadia in parliament enti me pese we catch me busa o ye Ghana ni na so wan to abama NPP a na obu ofunti a what will make you vote for NPP in 2028 so ye Ghana ni and now ye NPP ni and now tuti a NPP a what is going to make you vote for NPP in 2028 anytime me catch will say Afenyo Markins is sinking the party. Na NPP no more jiminti. They think say obi a wenya rebisi biano is intelligent. Okay? After vetting Ablakwa during the vetting catch Afenyo Markins say wo enkofo na we omo MP no waje omo nsa say for 99 years. Na sansa ase na waje no omo wo krom ho no ehin no mo so nkopa asase because we already 46 years. See a mat na say wedi 21 years and a unya asase a ye de amount for 99 years. E kromu ade hye no e dey na omo so omo nkoye. Kasongo after that no even at the vetting Kasongo Afenyo could not give a direct answer say asase no obua yamfa ma me 99 years. He moved away from the years waje asase free eye efutu for nsem 99 years. Now, he started his radio tour to try and clean the Kasongoin or Kasongoism in him into Akwaha. No Akwaha. Now, there's something I want you people to watch. And we are going to ask some critical questions. And I have a document to show you tonight. And Nintina Obi say Afenyo Markins Kennedy Japan mono ubuso mo say adena monje eyedian monje positions. They have a reason why monje positions metro. Now listen to Afenyo Markins very well on Joy News. Me wia you be busa a simple question because Sa nyoma obeka we nyina na yewia de busa ne se o declare ne assets no. Sa nyoma we o kan ne nyina no ade in his assets. Listen to Afenyo Markins. Me say we kasongo oyewi.
Ablakwa is one person I respect so much. We share the same esprit de corps. Is somebody we entered parliament together. He knows what is between the two of us. Some of his designer suits, I will ask him, Ablakwa, show me the design, I'll go and buy. He wears nice shoes. He dresses well, a gentleman, dressing, whatever. We relate well. Before his veteran, I asked Ablakwa whether we didn't sit as brothers. I said, Sammy, there were things that you went overboard. I think if you make concessions, we'll be fine. Is that okay? Meanwhile, I was aware that this is Aura, guys, have been flying drones in Winneba on my property. I kept quiet. I managed it. They've been flying. They go to my beachfront property. They mounted a drone. They flew it from the community center just by the Nshona. Okay? And my boys saw it. I told them, ignore. When government changes, people do all manner of things. They went to my White House, the one at the veterinary area, flew, checking
Winneba as well.
Winneba. In Abelempe, you'll be there and you'll be seeing drones in the morning. The policemen have been seeing it. They tell me, I said, ignore. Sometimes early in the morning, we see that behind the rail line. But I know that it is spying my house. What is the business of drones in the minority leaders' house? Meanwhile, I've lived in my Belenpe residence since for over 20 years. My firstborn is 21. I lived there before having given birth to Ian. Is that okay? My residence in Winneba. I've had my properties. All these years, I'm a businessman. I am a well-established person. All these properties.
Are you able to respond to people who have also started questioning that, at least by the calculations they are making, you must have been 21 before acquiring that particular property? What were you doing amongst others?
Don't worry. Let's get there.
Maybe briefly on that.
No, not briefly. It's an important thing. Don't say briefly. When we finished school, 1997, we had to stay home for 2 years. So I came to hustle in Accra. Through the hustling and schooling, I found my way at Ghana Post. So I was working as a post boy. Rose through the ranks to principal post officer. I was given a scholarship to go and study at Kivas. When I went to Kivas, 99, got in 2001, Kufuor had come into office. In July, when we vacated, I didn't go back to school because there was a career counseling and they introduced us into entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So I abandoned school. My colleagues know. I left Kivas at level 300. Okay? I didn't go back to school. I abandoned school to come and chase money. I bought my first Mercedes, my BMW. I still have those old cars packed.
Okay.
MFI, you must hear this. You brought it. Even if it is the last minute.
You.
No, we are not done.
But we've heard you.
No, you want to know. Please get the facts. And I started running my business. I married, I had my wedding at age 23. My wife was 22. Is that okay? I started running Excel Courier, a multi-million-dollar investment. StanChart gave me $5 million facility. Barclays Bank gave me $10 million facility.
Now you're sounding like you may be bragging.
I'm not, because you need to know the fact.
I need to know.
I am saying that at a younger...
But how do you respond to criticism?
Do you want us to have a conversation?
At least, I don't want to go through
you said that some people said, how did I acquire? I wasn't in public service. Wait, you said some people are saying I was too young.
Of course, they've
I'm saying that,
questions.
sure, I will answer.
But you've answered.
Though I was not in public service, I started business early. I've worked for Guinness. I have my trucks were doing work for Diamond Cement from Tablibo to Togo to Aflawo to Bupe. My tankers haul from Ivory Coast all the way to Jos Plateau.
We can't go through all the things
my business in Awaso
how do you then
quite a number of people.
At least let's go back to the
I am not one of those people who would come in and I'm not a tenant. I am a landlord. I'm not somebody who will buy property and put it in somebody's name. I won't do it.
Okay.
I will never do it. It is my bona fide.
Yes.
And I am proud of my work as a businessman. It's the reason why I didn't go into government. The reason why I told my regional minister when we won power 2017, that said, because of my business, I won't go. It's the reason why even in 2021, Kennedy Japan fought me. That we are say kwaji interior minister, I will say won't pay. We are say kwaji health minister, I will say won't pay. Me say because I'm running my private business.
Okay.
The question was simple. The land you got for 99 years, from the maths on paper, you were 21 years. Did you get that land when you were 21 years? It's that so. Kasongo, it came out that you got a futu for assassin 99 years lease. Assassin over 200 acres. From the math on paper, it means you were 21 years when you got assassin now for 99 years lease. It's a simple question. Did you get it for 99 years? And then the number 99, no. That 99 years, no. And Afenyo Markins ever kind of biography actually, yeah. What do you be in it to? Kasongo is a liar. The question was simple. And you they explain. Kasongo go down from here. Kasongo go open villa. Kasongo go budichi. Kasongo go Ponkwechi. Kasongo. A futu for windy before say over 200 acres. Yeah, the amount 99 years. Yeah, calculating maths now. That means yeah, this house has already 21 years. How did you? It's simple. Oh, when I was buying the land, this was how much I put in. That's all. Jantina Okoboya, who at the age of 17, who cares? Already 23. So this is a liar. This is a bloody, dirty, filthy, charismatic, chronic liar. In his lies, you know, he believes it. And you know one thing he does? Anytime he's found or he's caught in a web, he does not even allow you to talk. Well, let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. Like they are shitting. You are having a conversation. Oh, let's have a conversation, Emefa. We are having a conversation. The lady was straightforward. The 99 years lease near the mountain. Nobody saying, how did you afford? It's simple. A futu for young people, and obia owo a futu bia bewu. Asa kwaba bewu. Na sa asasina wa jefri omunsebuno. Enyo omudia. That is the question. Let's have a conversation. That thing he does is for him to think. And you see, the more you explain yourself, the more you put yourself in a ditch. You know why? Let me ask you. Let me tell you something. The question is to Afenyo Markins and say, I didn't say whatever he said. He spoke about his beachfront property at Winneba, White House at Ablempe, his White House at Winneba, Ablempe House, his BMWs, his trucks going to Togo and Nigeria, his businesses. The question is, has Afenyo Markins declared all these assets as a government official? Has Afenyo Markins? Yeah, the everyone say Jimmy. When I say a public servant, because when you read the Constitution, that's what it says. I don't want, you see, Afenyo Jimmy to the point to say they're all penal, because you see, when you're a liar and you are daft, you expose your dick, and that is what Kasongo is doing. Kasongo 99. Now, when you read our Constitution, this is what it says. Chapter 24, Code of Conduct for Public Officers. Afenyo Markins has been a public officer for over 16 years, right? Yes. Or 12 years, let's say. Now, let's read this document. 286, it says, Declaration of Assets and Liabilities. 286.1, a person who holds a public office mentioned in clause 5 of this article shall submit to the Auditor General a written declaration of all property or assets owned by or liabilities owed by him, whether directly or indirectly. B, within 3 months after coming into force of this constitution or before taking office, as the case may be. B, at the end of every 4 years. And C, at the end of his term of office. So Afenyo Markins came on TV. Now we know he's a billionaire. He's buying Lamborghinis. He has trucks going here. Now, when we go back, let's take a step back. Has Afenyo Markins, who is calling for equity, who is trying to say people are not declaring. Somebody has Afenyo Markins as a public servant, or somebody who occupies a public office. Has Afenyo Markins declared all the things he was stating in this video? See a pulley documents ni PR. Can Afenyo Markins tell us, say, he has declared every single thing he's talking about? And you see, the reason why I say Kasongo 99 or your Kromfon and say, oh, say, there's a reason why me, I don't take positions. I'm a businessman. The same thing like in Japan here. What they do is they put their people in positions to milk the state. Always see me being an transport ministry, no, under NPP, no, it was Kennedy Japan's boy. Into Oba a yetema port one year, and every transporter they took over it. That is what Afenyo does. It took a cocoa border. Was a lobby, not in Nipa Kwesiwo. Then they start to steal the cocoa beans. No a lobby. So what they do is say they don't want to get into ministerial appointment, but what they do is they put their people there, and then indirectly the people give the contracts to them. Into somewhere media menji ministerial appointment to minimubi. That is what they have been doing. Into Kasongo, in his rush to tell people so about Brano, we are asking him a simple question. All the things that he was stating on TV or saying to us, has he declared to the Auditor General? And if I go in and I pull Afenyo Markins from 2016 keke your declaration forms, am I going to see all these things there? Because you are telling me that you have been a businessman all these years and these are your properties. When you're dealing with a foolish man who backs a lot, you don't talk that much. You wait. You take your time. You let them commit themselves. On a lawyer, I am not a lawyer. So Afenyo Markins, we are asking you a simple question. All the things you were stating, you have this, you have trucks, you have this. Have you declared them? Can we see it? Because I can pull those documents. And I can show Ghanaians from whenever you entered parliament, I can show Ghanaians all your asset declaration forms. And I will let Ghanaians know what you have declared. Meaning, you have to be in jail. And I'm about them. You see, sometimes, V8 Kasongo, he's not smart. He's not intelligent. Because we have this on record. And you have stated all these things. That what? What dear? You are a businessman and you have all these things to your name. So if you have all these things to your name that you are proud of and telling the world that you own, have you declared them? Because you are a public servant. This is what the Constitution says. I am not making it up. We want to know, if we decide to pull all your declaration forms out, will we see all the things that you are talking about? And you have Afenyo Markins, you owe banks or the cat Afenyo Markins or the mo huna enyeska oniskebia or your kromfoa. He steals from banks. Afenyo Markins per se huno. He's boasting and telling Ghanaians that he has money. See this. This is Afenyo Markins. You see this document? This is a document from a Access Bank. Show idea. Look at this document. This is from Access Bank. Kasongo is owing Access Bank. Now, Osha a sa company na obo ni din say Excel Korea. And also he owns the Square Logistics Ghana Limited. Now, loan defaulters. The following loan defaulters of Access Bank Ghana Limited or 0244939944 to settle their indebtedness or debtedness. So this is Access Bank. Documents are the Access Bank a car. This guy is working in Ghana, making it look like say ono nam Ghana no ono ondi bonnet. He's owing Access Bank, and they have tried everything to get their money. He has not paid. Now you see the first company, the Square Logistics Ghana Limited, Alexander Afenyo Markins, on it Kwame Asante, they are owing 18.4 million. $18.4 million. When Afenyo was speaking, he spoke about Excel Korea. Oh, I have a company called Excel Korea. They are owing Access Bank. Excel Korea, Alexander Afenyo Markins, only Jason Nyame, they owe a year Access Bank 3.9 million. You see, and they are all using government to take these monies without paying. Martins and NPP before are sharing things on social media. Oh, now Afenyo Markins, at least it does not owe. This is how much Afenyo Markins owes. Go to Access Bank. Me say Square Logistics Ghana Limited. Customer name of directors Afenyo Markins, Alexander Afenyo Markins, and Kwame Asante. They owe Access Bank 18.462 million Ghana cedis. And then when it comes to Excel Korea, company now born ding ewo eye show ni so no, they owe Access Bank 3.9 million. Okani miedu goma, you are crossing almost 22 million. This guy is sitting in parliament talking shit. Untia. And these are people who don't pay taxes. And it's people say Afenyo Markins. It is simple. We want to know the things you were stating and the noise you were making. No, have you declared all those assets? Because the bank needs to seize all your assets. You need to go home dry and probably serve jail term. Because you see, you have gone against the laws of this land. You have not declared your asset, and if you have declared your asset from your own mouth, the kind of things you stated in that video, you should be able to tell us that they are all in your asset declaration form. Amount for savings near Tamamano, our Access Bank, 18 million, 3.9 million, almost 23 million and over. People's money. You were married at 23, your wife was 22, you were 20. The issue here is, you see what you are doing? You are the people who are collapsing banks. You are a thief. Because until you provide your declaration form to prove to me, say, because the declaration form, every asset you own, your BMWs and your what and your helicopters, you need, and I'm going to pull your declaration, your asset declaration form. I'll show to Ghanaians. And then show to Ghanaians. Now, it does not cover every single thing that you said on TV. You go to jail. You need to go to jail. It means you lied under oath, and then you have stolen from the people of Ghana. Meaning, from the time you entered parliament till date, your declaration asset, your check here, adibi account makes you a criminal. You see, Afenyo Markins, na adwene nso obi agimi odwen say ye die ehunahuna any law fin kitikiti bia wosua no Ghana ena obetumi di adada Ghana fo. Afenyo Markins is a liar, and it's not strategically on ministry appointment, because okotoa or deal ho oko MP or deal ho oko koko border or deal ho na or the board so. And then these companies, now the companies, one person in one company, you are owing over 24 million. You are sitting on TV talking about, so be a current $4,000 on TV that. In Tominam Ghana, lawyer Fimbi Omukoya, you know I'm a lawyer, and they lie to you people. You see, it is only in the NPP and will be a lawyer or irrelevant. And I'm study it. It is only in the NPP. And Obikas or a lawyer or irrelevant. So when study the two political parties are, hardly do you see somebody in the NDC boasting that I'm a lawyer. They hardly say it. Because in the NDC, we a lawyer, boga, that is how the NDC is built. Because people in the NDC, no go school, papa, they learn a lot. So you cannot use your professorship or your degree and now your law be away. So you need to stay in and adapt. And in the middle of the foolish masses, Obia Besoba MP or MPP or say me a lawyer. Oh, now me a doctor or UK. Oh, now me a say, because they know that the foolish masses, the NPP, they don't think that deep to understand, say, being a lawyer does not make you intelligent. Being a doctor does not make you intelligent. You being a teacher does not automatically make you somebody who can educate. They sit behind that and they fool the foolish masses, the Nicaraguans and the Kasongos. And that is why we are here today. The question we are asking Afenyo Markins, Winiba efutu for is it to say what jomo 99 over 200 acres for 99 years, meaning mo amuti ni constituency efutu Winiba mo nyina mo betumewu mo besa kwaba abewu na Afenyo Markins still owns the land. Is it not dangerous? Are you not scared? Who are you to her? Who are slave? This guy has bought that place. And then the money has had to me know politics. Then the money has told to me know Jimmy onto politics I say. And internet adiachi Afenyo Markins is working from bank to bank, working from here to there, doing this and speaking. He is defending himself because when you saw about Chrono, I didn't know, sir, you had all these companies until you came to tell us. We didn't know, sir, you had cars going to Togo, Ivory Coast, coming here. We didn't all know. Did you declare all these things? And you see the funny thing, the money is dangerous. And they say, Afenyo Markins was supposed to declare a kawi to the government of Ghana. Yeah, do you know? That is what the law says. So what the car I was so my and send we public office. A car wait to our to and I kuri and I want to Ghana ATM over 24 million a car with them. And I want Ghana didn't kwasiasem. I didn't try Jimmy. You are supposed to tell the government, you are supposed to declare say me wakem, and that alone can influence me to do something negative. And for you not to even declare, say, you are owing Access Bank almost 25 million Ghana cedis, you have committed a crazy crime. You are a director of a company that owes this amount of money, meaning you can go and take money for somebody to assassinate our president because you are in debt. And it's now when you live in America and you have clearance, and I say you work for the government, you are not supposed to do things like you being in debt or you. The moment you are declaring your asset, say okra krano wo fie na odidi 2 times a day, you need to tell them that I spend 2 cities on okrano because they don't want somebody to take advantage of a kana wodeno to use you to destroy the government of the United States. They are very particular about declaration. Now, Kasongo utimu kakawure o dekabe 24 million. You did not declare it, and I know you didn't declare it. You are not supposed to lead the NPP. You are supposed to be in jail. And also, for you to be a director of a company is against the laws. You can't even be a member of parliament. You know that. To be a director of a company like this, you cannot be a member of parliament. It's against the law. And I know Krampodi and Shada Yame, a kana when declare Anchre Ghana for no. You are in debt, or deca 24 million. One nam Ghana kekan kwasiasam. Okuja ta blackwa eye NDC niti. Opese oye den. Bawo adaka tu ya woto. You are in deep shit. You are a nuisance. You are supposed to serve jail term because you lied to the taxpayer. Meaning, you are in government, you are in politics, you are a member of parliament. You are there doing illegality to solve your problems. And it's against the constitution. There's a lot. And we will take our time to expose every single thing awaye. Now, there are even stories that were published. Kasapa FM. Let me read one or two of the stories for you to see yourself. Kasapa. And this was published by Kasapa about Afenyo Markins. You see, Afenyo Markins is a liar. And this guy, also that jail. Now, there's a story from Kasapa FM. Let's read the story. I'll bring this back. Mami, read it, Joe. This is a story that Kasapa published. Now, where is the story? Afenyo Markins, Ode, a car when declare so the car, and on an parliament, a dinkwasiasem, ye can't was some woofu. I will pull all your declaration forms since you went to parliament, ebesine, and I'll let Ghanaians know why you need to go to jail. Now, when you read the story, this is what it says. Let me read a story with you. Kasapa, and a short story. Kasapa FM online. Kasapa boa, mesome boa. That is what we do here. We add the source to the story. KasapaFMonline.com has uncovered that Member of Parliament for Efutu, Alexander Afenyo Markins, has secretly withdrawn a suit his client brought against the Agriculture Development Bank at the Supreme Court. The event took place some 3 weeks ago. Now, the legislator and his client were accusing the bank of failing to seek parliamentary approval for its initial public offer, that is the IPO, that would have paved the way for it to list on the Ghana Stock Exchange. This website had earlier reported that pressure was mounting on the lawmaker from some elderly persons in the society to withdraw the suit against the ADB after news broke out alleging that he had taken bribe worth 250,000 from the bank and was still demanding for more. On Tuesday, September 5th, 2015, Mr. Markins threatened to go the full scale against ADB until the right thing is done. Now, when you read the rest of the story, Kasapa FM Online, that is where we are picking the story from. The Efutu lawmaker had slapped an injunction on the bank's IPO and prayed the court to compel it to first seek parliamentary approval before going ahead with the transaction. The bank, on Monday, September 14, 2015, served notice of the indefinite suspension of its IPO. A statement signed by its resource coordinator, Justice Apenkwa, directed its agents to rerun all shares sold. And I quote, "Please be advised of the suspension of the initial public offer of ADB shares until further notice. Kindly transfer what you have already sold to the returning officer / financial controller." End of quote. Statement in part read. Now, so in 2015, per Kasapa FM Online, Afenyo Markins kwaje bribe. Or the ADB court say ADB accoin list the ADB or stock exchange, so and that they did not use the right procedure. Into already ADB court to be found or the ADB court no. No, a lawyer no. What he did was he went behind the scenes and took a bribe of 250,000. So later, a corridor case no, because now what just has security or forcing the client in money withdraw case if court. To date, Afenyo Markins has not come out to clear himself. Kasapa FM Online. Now, to the issue, coming back to the issue itself, Afenyo Markins or your Game Boy. Afenyo Markins is a Game Boy. Open political Game Boy. Afenyo Markins or a Game Boy. Oko around Swedra. Game Boy is all you know. Lawyer no. He thinks he's so smart. Ain't he? Or a political Game Boy. Game Boy is number one no fano. And so omunya power na or defend the Game Boys no. Right now you owe almost 24 million Ghana. Did you declare it in your asset declaration form? Did you declare? Is it on your forms? It's a simple question. Efutu wini bafwasa asinyina 99 years the amount. No problem. Efutu for the day. Matisse Afenyo Markins the one and akwa bontene say any youth or efutu be a opesa or demonstration or a press conference, he will make people come after you. Until the young people are scared. Oba a futu area hona stacks omo ho nyina Afenyo Markins handle omo. Anything I go see police station wo hono. Obi bo obi to okra say Afenyo Markins police station ti enchi nipa. That is what he does. It's a political game boy. Now the question I'm asking him is a simple question. Did you declare Ghana for in your declaration form say you are owing over 23 million because you are a director, and as a member of parliament you are not even supposed to be a director of a company? Abuache.
Yo, we are best fishermen. No answer my Abuache. You will for Belgium fan. It was the team Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. Why you yet? Why round what? Why you yet? Why round what? Why you yet? Why round what? Why you yet? Super why round what? It was for Belgium fan. It was the team Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. It was the Belgium.
We are still vetting Kasongo 99. We are still vetting Afenyo Markins Kasongo 99. We are not done vetting Afenyo. Now, Ghana Brand, what does it say when a member of parliament or somebody who occupies public office goes against the law when it comes to declaration of assets? Now, when you read some part of the law, this is what it says. Chapter 24, Code of Conduct for Public Officers. 287, Complaint of Contravention. Now, 2871 says, an allegation that a public officer has contravened or has not complied with the provision of this chapter shall be made to the Commissioner for Human Rights and Administrative Justice, and in the case of the Commission of Human Rights and Administrative Justice, to the Chief Justice, who shall, unless the person concerned makes a written submission of contravention or non-compliance, cause the matter to be investigated. You see, say Kasongo 99 Afenyo Markins in this case, so we fairly say you can share the declaration forms. Now say we fairly say or be declare say or declare over 23 million. And our asasia eye de ye lisi ama 99 years eye futufu asase na ye ko emram ne ko hu se wan declare ye betumi de nako eye de eye shraj ana se aha na emede no to the Chief Justice, who shall, unless the person concerned makes a written submission of contravention or non-compliance, cause the matter to be investigated. Se nipa na antran koma Chief Justice say ampa ade omo kan de no kra na ebia we anyway me ifrimu a the Chief Justice too can force an investigation or force an investigation to be open for Afenyo to be jailed. Can Osono Maami do that? Kasongo, yes, say, sa declaration where yakoshemu na 23 million a car with them one declare a new asset declaration. Na nyoma abobo so join news na yakoshemu na enim yakwa echire ko se wo fom mra na yebetumi aden I report to Shraj for investigations. Chief Justice no kra so betumi bie say wo wako against the law. I am asking you. We are vetting Kasongo 99. Can the Chief Justice Osono Maami a oni ye chocho mucho de bia wo defend na wo ko huntintini a wo je ne papa ye Osono Maami ye, can Osono Maami defend you? Can she open investigate? Yeah, busa, we are asking questions and time obia. Anytime catch am say you no krebe chechire Ghana, you no krebe protect John Mahama Aban no edin sem hunu a ye betia omo, but we will make sure the truth and no kwa de betuma a good governance. And that is why we are here, and that is why you see me on TV sometimes. It is because we want to use facts to protect and develop our nation. We want to use nokre to govern Ghana. Yamfa bobusirimu kan It is not personal. We don't hate anybody. We want the right thing to be done. I'm asking Kasongo 99, Afenyo Markin, aka Afenyo Markin. Ana Afenyo Markin, aka Kasongo 99. Do you owe Access Bank? The company that you mentioned, Excel Korea, that is your company. That's the company which you are a director. Do they owe Access Bank? I'm asking you, Kasongo. This company called Excel Korea, do they owe Access Bank close to 4 million cedis? And this company that you are a director, the Square Logistics Ghana Limited, do you owe Access Bank 18.4 million? Did you declare it? Did you tell Ghanaians that as a director, this is how much my company we owe? Have you committed a crime? Where we force tried to open. Can you face this? The Chief Justice has the right to do this, and I'm sending a message to, without due respect, the Chief Justice of Ghana, but I'm talking, I love you so much, Mom. The ball is in your court. Say, you are not a hypocrite. Because utwi jina sorry demu di nyame asemu preachi. No kure trodo ena wujina so. Enti kire Ghana say ope Ghana ye. The Chief Justice, this is the time for you to activate your Chief Justiceism. For us to know that you came to serve and not to protect some people. Afenyo Markin, I'm going to show all your declaration forms. And after we show all your declaration forms, we will petition Shraj and the Chief Justice. Pray that your declaration forms has everything that you have spoken about. And it's not a assets and liabilities. Dia wo any a coward. In the debut asset and liabilities are dia a yawo dia a wo any a coward also ma a buying and son of office. Did you tell Ghanaians that what they can say? The liabilities or their liability? Did you tell us about a coward? Kasongo 99. You see, please call Afenyo Markin. He is a public figure. His number is 020-796-0336. Tell him that we are vetting him here. Public officers, especially your constituents, want to know. And they are worried about what I'm talking about. That is why, as a public figure, we want to put your number out for people, your constituents, to call. Because I am getting messages on my screen from your constituents that they need your number. They want to verify. Afenyo Markin's number is 020-796-0336. 020-796-0336. We want to ask your liabilities. Any onyama or assets. Did you declare all this? Now, if you didn't declare this, then it means you have committed a crime. And what makes it dangerous is that you are a lawyer. So you know the law. You have been in court. You keep telling Ghanaians, oh, I've been in this game for a long time. I know this game. So you mean you know the game. Meaning every decision you take, you know the reason why you are taking that decision. So if you did not add all these things to your asset declaration and liabilities, it means it was deliberate. You are a lawyer. I am not. My in-laws are lawyers. They have their law firms. Sometimes I go there, my in-law discusses cases. Oh, nice. But you are a lawyer. You know what is right. And you keep telling us you know everything about law. You are a self-made billionaire. At 21, you got married. 23, your wife is 22. And you went to UCC, you didn't complete. You bought a Benz BMW. You have a house with helicopter sitting on it. And you have a swimming pool, White House, and greenhouse. We get it. Baba, you get money. But did you declare them? Yeah, there you go. Yes, only Jimmy Niko and Waba, Manem Bobishan in Sim. Only Jimmy ni Eko Samokobo and Wa. Snail. Samoko in Wurim. So oni akwara ana oni Jimmy for eko nwurim se mo kochiche nwa uduru ope na odi nka bo betre na de guna the bottom on complaining obedi we chia 10 miles but na okona se tupe utamo tupe na de show bagum na watama nwa ba na wa start complaining nwure we mu de aha yesum dodo ade ne abehya ha we de we nso we akame nti ukope na hu snails 10 na we 8 na de gu ne bottom no mama no say hey we nya 8 kwasi ampanyi obedi we chi enu bi na committee chairman de Afenyo obo na nwa wabɔ no nyansatuo nti woni Jimmy Foko ngwabɔ a na wa den wabɔ bi ahye nsem from the beginning no ene na yebɔ hye Kasongo lawyer nsem and Kasongo ye dede. Why were you on TV telling us all these things? Why were you on TV defending yourself? Why? It means you are guilty.